Thanks for your support of channel member Callum. Season 1 ends today. We're going from Las Vegas all the way to Abu Dhabi, and we're doing it with a new friend. Baruti Nweke.
You're fired! What?
Hey, Paul Aaron's here. Yay! And oh, it's given Fred Vesti a new contract. Because we've used the editor, it's actually renewed Fred Vesti's contract. And he's on like $300,000. We've absolutely scammed our way through this. But Baruti has got... Oh, Callum's moved across with Fred. Amazing. Look at that. You've stayed together. You're little bros. Paul Aaron's here. Welcome. For everyone watching the video, we've just used the editor to move Baruti Nweke into our affiliates. We brought Paul Aaron in early, and he will do the final 3 rounds of the season, and then he'll be our lead driver for next season. We also need to rebuild the car for Fred. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Oh dear God, we're on spec 1 of rear wing. Oh, we actually only have 2 suspensions remaining. We're not going to be able to build a car. Gearbox is absolutely scuffed. We'll just have a new one then. Powertrain, install replacement. We'll just have a new one then. ERS. I mean, let's just have a new one then. We've got no more rear wings. No more. Literally, Paul Aaron's, the first thing we're giving him is brand new engine components. Just ahead of Vegas. Board attendance at the Grand Prix. Let's let them attend, and then we'll just set the targets really low. We are $12 million in debt because we've given Paul Aaron new car components. In terms of the powertrain, a new everything, because Fred's got killed when he was attacked by Hulkenberg. We've also given Fred a new ICE or gearbox, I think. So we have spent cash that we simply don't have. We are borrowing against the bank, and we are in desperate need of a sugar daddy. So we all need to go out to the roulette wheels in Vegas and win big. We need to win really, really big. And hopefully we can win big on the track as well in this race. So let's set some targets. The board are attending. So let's go 20th or higher. Our car rank is 20th. So we'll just say we'll beat Sauber. I think that's all we can do. He's then got out of the way. Right, first sector on our final flying lap. And Fred is improving. Paul is improving. That's good. We're both in the drop zone. So we need good laps here, please, chaps. And at least we can get... If we can get into Q2 with one car, that would be a step in the right direction. The Haas gets out of the way for one. Hopefully it got out of the way of the other. And we're both personal bests at the moment. Fred Vesti, first across the line. He goes 16th. Okay, well, we're only going to have one car in Q2, and it is Paul Aaron. Wow. I mean, he's got a fresher power unit, so that definitely helps, but he still did the lap time. Good job. Suddenly, we've got 2 drivers who can get almost the maximum out of this machine, and yeah, that's better. Tell you what, we'll just simulate quali 2. Please don't kill the car. 15th. Who did we outqualify? He's outqualified Magnussen. Wow. We will have an engine penalty for him though, so he'll start last, but it matters not. He's got the pace. He'll come back through. Paul Aaron definitely cooked. 2 stops for both drivers. They're kind of actually mirror images of each other, aren't they? Medium, hard, soft for Paul Aaron on his debut, and soft, hard, medium for Fred Vesti. So hopefully we don't annihilate the cars again because we simply have no more parts. This is the last race we're actually going to play this season. We're going to simulate the next 2 races. So do you know what would be really good? Is if we get points now so we can actually see it happen. Be very sad if we scored points in a simulated race. But right, let's go to Vegas and roll the dice. It's an all Red Bull front row, and here come the lights. 5 red lights in Vegas. The lights are out the race, and we actually started behind the medical car. Incredible. And Paul Aaron is immediately up the inside of Pierre Gasly. Let's jump on board with him as we go through the car park. That is turn 1. We're so slow, we're crawling. Fred's 17th and Paul has got himself ahead of Gasly. Top work, although Gasly with the inside line is about to come back ahead, I think. But Paul Aaron showing that he means business early on. And hopefully Fred can get amongst this group that's in front of him too. Paul Aaron's made his first overtake in Formula One DRS, blasting by Pierre Gasly, and the Alpine is relegated to last position. He's probably immediately onto the back of Zhou Guanyu as well. Thought about the send, didn't. Yellow flag. Ricciardo has crashed, so that should help us move up a position. Paul Aaron is already up into 20th place, and in this absolute cluster, looking for a way through. He's passed Zhou. Oh, it was Bottas he passed earlier. Let's deploy... Well, we won't deploy the battery now because there's no need. So Ricciardo has damage. Vesti's now 15th. Tsunoda has a mechanical fault. Yeah, maybe this race could work out in our favour. So we're with Paul Aaron. He's challenging Kevin Magnussen here for 16th place and taking it. Paul Aaron moves into the top 16. He's 4.5 seconds adrift of Ocon, who is on the tail of Fred Vesti. But this little group is where obviously Fred is fighting over 13th, which is obviously the best performance we've had so far this season, is several P13s with Fred. So if we can get another one of those, that would be useful. Paul Aaron drops back to 17th, Magnussen DRSing his way back through. But maybe with the DRS, this lot can catch up to Ocon and Vesti and Albon. Let me show you something that's making Paul Aaron's performance all the more impressive. He's on mediums, everyone around him is on softs. He's doing a splendid job. He's taking those soft tyres, so taking on those soft tyre shod runners, and he's overtaking Kevin Magnussen back into P16. He's started to close the gap to Ocon. Let's push with the engine and see if we can get him a little bit closer to the Alpine, and potentially, in fact it's Albon and Vesti now. Ocon has just moved ahead. Vesti fending off the Williams. We need to deploy the battery that we've got and close up on Ocon. I forgot we were topping up with him, but we're actually in a really strong position now with 2 drivers who actually know what they're doing. Multiple cars. Oh no!
Yeah, all good.
Are you kidding me? Terminal front wing damage for Fred Vesti. It's happened again. Albon up the inside. Is Fred on the outside still? Oh, that was odd. And then I think he's just put him in the wall. But that's Fred Vesti out of the race. He's got a puncture. Oh, okay, let's bring him in for his hards. We've missed the pit lane. He's got to do a whole lap with a puncture. Oh, brilliant. Okay, as we just sort of get over the misery of what's happened to Fred Vesti there, let's have a look at Paul Aaron. He is 14th now, and he I thought he was about to go ahead of Hamilton, but the Mercedes is well clear of us. We are closing in on Hulkenberg. Oh no, we're not. He's just put on fresh tyres, so he had a big enough gap to come out in front of us after pitting. They're the words I'm looking for. But yeah, we were looking very good, and now we're last by 40 seconds with Fred, and that's completely killed our chances of finishing 20th or higher with both cars. What we could very much do with is a couple of DNFs or a safety car to get us back on the tail of the Saubers. Action here for Paul Aaron. He is into the DRS range of Pierre Gasly. Are we going to be able to overtake the Alpine? Oh, we're 3 wide. We're 3 wide. As we're going to go. Are we going to go past Sargent as well? Oh, he just about realised we were there, and we sneak our way into 18th. And are we going to go straight up the inside of the Alpine? Not yet. Oh, red flag! Out of nowhere, a red flag. Who has... Oh, wow. What has happened here? It's the Aston Martin up the inside. Hamilton just drives into the wall. And
big hit on the left rear.
honestly, George, you could drive through that space. So, Paul... we're going to have to babysit those soft tyres, aren't we? Doesn't help him. Let's put some softs on. And the mediums with Fred we can take to the end. So Hamilton's out. That bumps us up a place. Fred can now mix it with the Saubers. And let's get this race back underway. Vesti is indeed back in the race. 5 red lights for the second time. And after a momentary pause, we all get going again. Paul Aaron losing the position here to Gasly. Nope, he retains it. And now he can get after Ocon and Albon. Guys like that. Oh, he's done it. He's got past Ocon. Great stuff. But we've got to string these tyres out to the end of the race. So that's going to be much easier said than done. We might actually have to stop him again, which is going to be utterly despairing. Oh no. Oh. Why? Why? Terminal, major. Oh. This game actually hates me. It actually hates me. Fred Vesti is now out of the race. Oh, okay. He's just sitting in the darkness. What has happened? Oh, Zhou has just... Look how far back he is. Are you serious? Are you serious? This wasn't Vesti's fault. Just like it was in Brazil. These 2 crashes have not been his fault. There's a 10-second time penalty for Zhou Guanyu, which will be a grid drop for the next race. I'd also like some cash, please, because that is... that's genuine, like, devastation of property. Right, we've got 11 laps remaining. Let's see if we can move up the order. Just stay out of trouble, really. That's all I want. Just bring the car back in one piece. 4 laps to go at the end of this one, and we've got an angry train of cars behind us because we're desperately trying to babysit our tyres to the end of the race. There goes Gasly. We're really struggling for tyres now with Paul Aaron. That earlier red flag came at a terrible time for him. If it had come 5 laps later, we would have been absolutely singing. But we had no chance of staying with Hülkenberg and Albon and Sainz. Maybe we should have stopped under the safety car. We'd have had to come through all of this lot, so we'd lost time there. It's not worked out at all for us tonight. We're still going to get a reasonable finish out of it for Paul. Just, we've got to get there in a competitive shape. If our tyres die, then we're going to finish 18th. So this is We're just clinging on now, really. All right, final lap. And for a moment, I thought Max Verstappen's run of wins, which has been going since Canada in this save, was going to come to an end. But he's about to pass his teammate and steal the win on the final lap, I would think. There you go. He just won't be denied, will he? But we have dropped 4.5 seconds off of Ocon. We are 3.5 seconds clear of Bottas and Tsunoda, who are duking it out for 16th. So Paul is going to come home for a 15th place finish. Respectable race. The tyre strategy just simply did not play out in his favour with that red flag timing. Had he started on softs, he'd have been in a good position, but we started on the mediums and we were already on the hards, so it was just not going to work out for him. Fred Vesti just murdered in this race by Zhou Guanyu. Yeah, it's difficult. It's really difficult for us, but let's get Paul Aaron to the line, see him home, and let's get some claps in the chat, please, everybody, because that was a decent drive from Paul Aaron. Really solid effort. Great debut from him. Really, really pleased with his work. Oh dear God, the massacre. Let's put the newer spec underfloor on Fred's car. Oh my God. Right, so we need... I said, well, only let me emergency manufacture one for 1.2 million. Ah. We'll just do it. This is just hideous. What else needs fixing? The chassis. So we have to go into an old chassis. Front wing. We are absolutely going through them. Like they're going out of fashion. Right, let's get to the sale and we'll sim the last two races of the season. We are 17th and 18th. The car setups are... they've still managed to scuff the setups there. I don't know what they do. But anyway, right. Let's see what we can do in the sprint. Annoyingly, it doesn't show you the result immediately after the sprint. So we need to go to the sprint. And we finished 18th and 19th. Which is hardly a surprise. Okay, let's try and fix this setup. What on earth are they doing with the setup? Simulate Q1. And we are out 20th and 18th. There's a lot of grid penalties though, so we might find ourselves starting a lot higher for the Grand Prix. And again, they've just gone back to the disgusting setups. The AI, the AI with setups is just dumb, really dumb. You move it and it just puts it straight back to what it was before. Anyway, Qatar Grand Prix, how are we going to get on? Let's find out. Where are we starting, by the way? 19th and 15th. So we gained a couple of positions. Right, simulate the race. Please have both survived. That's all I ask. Aaron Harper rant. Well, it's showing us Pierre Gasly. I don't want it to show us Pierre Gasly. Fred finished 15th. Paul finished 18th. Okay. That's fine. Here we go. Where are we starting the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix? Qualifying ended. We are 20th and 17th. Yeah, 17th. Okay, and we'll start 17th and 16th. Nice. We've got nice car setup satisfaction. That'll do. Let's end the season on a high and hopefully not in the wall. Complete a full season. Complete a season as a custom team. Hooray! Where did we finish? Well, that's Magnussen. We don't care about him. We didn't get points. We have failed to score points in our first season in the sport. That's sad. Ricardo 11th. Where did we finish? Paul Aaron finished 16th and Fred Vesti failed to finish. Oh dear. Oh, at least we don't have to rebuild the car. So Constructors' Championship, we finished 10th. The bottom 4 teams all failed to score. Haas only scored 1 point. RB scored 106 points. That's ridiculous. That car is so OP at the start of the save. Aston Martin finished 4th. This is not representative. Red Bull got 1,000 points. Oh, what's happened to our overalls? Why are they so pink? We are in debt. We're only £8.5 million in debt now. So, yeah, that's season 1 done. Done and dusted. We've completed the first season of AHGP. Hopefully, we can start season 2 much better. And so there you go. Season 1 done and dusted. It's in the history books. AHGP has competed and completed 1 season of Formula One action, but we've got no points. We have, though, finished 10th in the Constructors. We've beaten Sauber, a struggling Sauber, but still, that is a team that's been around for a long time with a lot more infrastructure than we have in history, and we have beaten them on the track fair and square. Hopefully, it's a direction of travel that we continue in season 2, upward trajectory, and we take the fight to Williams, to Alpine, and then to the likes of Aston Martin, Mercedes, Ferrari, and eventually we can topple Red Bull. If you enjoyed this video, leave a nice big thumbs up on it for me, subscribe for more F1 Manager content, and I'll see you next time for season 2 with AHGP. You're the best fans. Bye for now.